Every app you use, from your shopping app to your bank, it stores and retrieves millions of pieces of data. But how do they do it? The answer is a simple but powerful language, SQL. And today, in just a few minutes, you will understand what SQL is and why it's one of the most important skills in tech. What is SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It's a language used to communicate with databases. If you want to store data, read data, update it, or delete it, SQL is how you do it. Think of SQL as English instructions for databases. Why is it important? SQL is everywhere. Every company, every industry uses it. Data analysts use SQL to analyze reports. Developers use SQL to power their applications. Machine learning engineers use SQL to prepare training data. And the best part, SQL is easy to learn. And how does a database looks? Databases store data in tables just like Excel. All the rows are called records, all the columns are called fields. Let us see how to create a table. Now here we are creating a table called employees. So this employees will have some columns or fields. Employee ID is an integer and primary key says that this is the primary key. It will be unique and this is used to search the records of this table. And it will auto increment. You don't need to pass it as an ID. Database will take care for you. First name. First name is a character string. So you can give any name here, but limit is 50 and it should not be null. If it is null, then it will complain and it will not insert the record. Last name, same as first name, it has got limit of 50 characters. We should give last name in the limit of 50 characters and it should not be a null. Department, same, it is also a character string of 50, but this can be null because we didn't mention anything called not null here. Salary is a float, is a decimal where you can have 10 numbers in that 2 could be after the decimal. And hire date is a date. Email is again a varchar character string of 100 limit and it should be unique. You cannot repeat email. If you repeat an email, it will not create the record. And active is a boolean and by default it is true. If you give a value to active, then it will take either true or false. But if you don't give any value, then it is true. Now let us see how to insert a record into employees table. So the syntax is simple, insert into employees. We will list all the fields here, one after the other, which we created for the employees. And if you see here, we are not giving ID because it is auto increment. Table will take care of increasing the ID values. First name is Rajesh, last name Kumar, department IT, salary 75,000, hire date is this one, email Rajesh Kumar example.com, and active is true. So it should be 1:1. Whatever we mentioned here, that value has to be passed here. And this is the example of inserting multiple records at one go. So what we do here, insert into employees and then list all the columns, fields, and then we say values. So this is the first record it is going to create. This would be the second, this would be the third, and this would be the fourth. Let us see how we can update a single record. For example, if you want to update the employees table, whose email is rajesh.kumar@example.com, and we want to update his salary to 95,000, then this is the command. We're going to update employees, setting the salary as 95,000, where email is rajesh.kumar@example.com. If there are multiple records with the same email ID, then it will fail. The insert doesn't work. So there will be only one record with rajesh.kumar@example.com, since we have mentioned email ID as unique in the table. So this update example can update multiple records. The condition here is first name is equal to Meera and last name is equal to Sharma. We can have multiple records with first name Meera, and we can also have multiple records with last name Sharma, because these are not unique. They are not nulls. Means we need to have some value, but they may or may not be unique. So here the condition first name Meera and last name Sharma. So those records we will set the salary to 98,000 and their department to IT. So in this example, for example, if you want to give a hike of 5,000 salary for all the employees in department IT, then the condition is department is equal to IT and you are increasing salary with 5,000. So if they have 10,000, it will be 15,000. If it is 5,000, then it will be 10,000. So it will increase 5,000 on the existing salary. So if you want to delete a record whose email is vikram.singh@example.com, then we write delete from employees where email equal to vikram.singh@example.com. So this record will be deleted from the database. Instead, if you want to delete all the employees who are not active, so we have a field active. It can have values true or false. If it is true, then employee is active. If it is false, then employees are not active. So we will put a condition saying that the employees who are not active, that is active is equal to false, and then we say delete from the employees table. So all those records will be deleted. Now if we want to retrieve all the records from employees table, then the query would be select star means all from employees. So we are saying select all records from employees. This is a simple query to retrieve everything from employees table without any condition. But instead, if you want to select and see only the first name, last name, department and salary of the employees, then we have to specifically mention these columns: first name, last name, department, salary, and we say that select that from employees table. If we want to see the details of all the employees whose department is IT, so the condition here is department is equal to IT, and we want to see all the record field values of the table employee. So we say select all from employees where the department is IT. So if you want to see all the employees whose first name starts with P, so if you want to see such kind of employees like Praveen, Pavan, etc., then the condition is first name like. So we are saying like P and then percentage. Percentage is you can have any characters after P. So whatever the name that starts with P from employees table will be selected. If you want to know about joins, then please let me know. Leave your comment, subscribe my channel and like this video. Thanks for watching.